Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today is gonna be a cringe fest. Cringe. 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 It's gonna be that. Multi-level marketing boss babes, in my opinion, are some of the cringiest people ever. So I thought I'd bless us all with these cringe videos. Thank y'all for those who sent these videos to me. I really appreciate it. They are a sight to behold, and if I have to watch it, you do too. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see any other videos about scams, multi-level marketing companies, cults, whatever. Hit the bell button if you want to get notified when I post. And don't forget, I am an affiliate for Liquid IV, so if you would like to try Liquid IV for 20% off, you can use my affiliate link. It's in the description. If you just want another way to support me, you could use that. If you use Liquid IV already and you want a discount, you could use that. I appreciate that. Let's get started.
That we gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
All of these cringe videos are from Optavia. If you don't know Optavia, it is a weight loss MLM that's focused on you eating less than 1,200 calories a day. Yeah, solid. I personally think it is a horrific diet, and I know a lot of people that have had a really horrible time with Optavia. If you're one of those people, feel free to comment below and let me know. Feel free to share your story if you would like to. If you have been in an MLM at all, feel free to let me know and tell me about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What'd you like? What'd you dislike? I was in a multi-level marketing company and I have videos about it, so feel free to go watch it. My first one was about it, but that was like 2 years ago, so I've gotten better, I think, at these videos. Anyway, let's just watch the cringe.
This one is for all the ladies out there who are starting in-home businesses and joining up with pyramid schemes. Everybody's so afraid of that word, and everybody is attached a small business that women are working from home to the pyramid scheme. Yeah. There's a lot of you out there that are claiming that you are all about women's empowerment and you are full throttle with it until one of your friends comes into your messenger or slides into the comments on a post somewhere and challenges you on your level of support for women who are creating better lives for them.
Ma'am, I've got to stop you right there. Miss Ma'am Coach Stacy D, I need you to stop. I thought, and if you're watching this, you can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, okay? I thought women empowerment was also making sure they didn't fall for scams. It seems like someone came into your comments and you didn't like it, and you made this video because they pissed you off, and you decide to guilt and try to shame people who disapprove of what you do. But what you do is the opposite of women empowerment. You deceive women into joining your multi-level marketing company that makes them eat less than 1,200 calories a day, so ultimately starving them, eating as much as a toddler should eat, while also not giving them the information that they deserve, like the income disclosure statement. It's shocking to me when women like Miss Coach Stacy D here and other multi-level marketing women, and men too, because I've heard men say this too, that they say that us saying we don't want to support your multi-level marketing company is bashing women, is not women empowerment. I'm pretty sure women empowerment does not include getting them into something that will more than likely make them lose money. You know what? Let's go a step further. Let's actually look up what women empowerment is and then see if it matches up with what she's saying it is. Women's empowerment has 5 components. So we have women's sense of self-worth, their right to have and determine their choices, their right to have access to opportunities and resources, their right to have power to control their own lives both within and outside the home, and their ability to influence the direction of social change to create a more just social and economic order, nationally and internationally. In this context, education, training, awareness raising, building self-confidence, expansion of choices, increased access to and control over resources, and actions to transform the structures and institutions that reinforce and perpetuate gender discrimination and inequality are important tools for empowering women and girls to claim their rights. I think one of the biggest things that multi-level marketing, boss babes, huns, whatever you like to call them, distributors argue is that they're giving women, especially those who work from home, those who are stay-at-home moms, those who aren't stay-at-home moms but want to be, whatever it is, that they're giving them the ability to make financial decisions and that they're giving them the ability to make money for themselves. And I get that. I get why they're saying that, because that's what they're showing, but it's deceptive. Because facts show from the Federal Trade Commission that the majority of people in MLMs will not profit and that a lot of them actually lose money. So this idea that you'll make money and that's women empowerment is wrong, and this idea that you're supporting women and changing their life is wrong, because you also aren't changing your life, the majority of it, for the better. It's actually going to likely make it worse. It's actually going to put you in a worse state than you were before. You're being deceived, you're being brainwashed, and I know that sounds like a really scary big word. It's easy to brainwash people, especially when you're a part of something like Optavia. There is so much to it that they refuse is true, but that we know is true. There's no way that this is women empowerment. I've spent way too long on this one section, but it bothers me when they're like, you are shaming women. You are against women empowerment. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm giving you all the tools and the ability and the education to go, okay, is this the right choice for me? That's what I'm doing. That's why I stop, I read it, I go through it, and I break it down so that you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. I want you to be informed enough so that you can make the choice that's right for you. Now, obviously, I'm against MLMs. I don't think it's a good idea ever. But listen, I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your guardian of any kind. And you're not a child. You make your decisions. I'm just hoping that my education and my information of the stuff that they won't share will help you in that.
And you really, it boils down to your lack of confidence within yourself to just be able to say, no, thank you, but I'm going to cheer you on anyway because I think you're amazing. And the fact that you're out there trying to create an extra stream of income so that maybe you can send your kids to private school or take a nice vacation or pay off your debt, or maybe you're a single mom who doesn't want to work 4 jobs, but you found a way to create some income for yourself so that you have a chance at a life and some time with your kids. I think that's amazing. This service that you're offering is not for me, but I'm excited for you and I'm going to cheer you on. And when I come across somebody who I think would be a good fit for your service, I am going to pass them over to you because I think you're amazing.
Stacy, are you okay? You don't sound very okay right now. I'm just wondering if you're all right. You sound a little upset about something. Stacy, what's so interesting is that you talk about people sending their children to private school and doing all of this cool stuff, but why does your income disclosure statement tell me how much your company sucks? The company made this. So Optavia 2022 income disclosure statement. By the way, it's one of those that are tricky. They intentionally make it look better than it actually is. But even though they tried to make it look better than the income actually is, not putting ranks and stuff, it's still so bad. So 22% of the entire company does not make any money, like 0, 0, 0, 0 across the board. Okay, these are the people who are building quote unquote businesses, and what I'm telling you is not going to include anything that they purchase. So it's not going to include the like $300 or $400 they have to pay monthly for Optavia for like their 5 and 1, 3 and 4, 8 and 10, 12 and whatever. I don't know about those last 3, but you know, the 5 and 1 is definitely one. The next range is 1 cent to $100. There's no ranks that they're showing. 7.9% of the company makes 1 cent to $100 a year. 1 cent to $100 a year. Okay, all right. 1 cent to $100 a year. That doesn't include what they pay for. So we are now at 7, 8, 9, over 30% of the company. And then we go $100 a year to $250 a year. That's 10 more. So now we're at 40% of the company making less than $250 a year, still not profiting. I can guarantee that. And that's even if you bought 5 and 1 or 8 and 100 or whatever, that's still more expensive than what that costs. Just one for 1 month. 250 to 500 a year, still likely not profiting. That's another 10%. So we're at 30, 40, we're at over half of the company not profiting. even when they try to make it look good, the numbers still look bad. Now, I can guarantee you if they put the ranks out, the percentages, the medians, all of that, it would look even worse. Let's go up one more, $500 to $1,000 a year. That's another 11%. So now we're at 62% of the company making under $1,000 a year. Let's say you bought the 5-in-1 3 times, just for 3 months out of the whole year, right? One at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end. The Optavia 5-in-1 plan is $400 for 1 month. And the Optavia 4-in-2-in-1 plan is $442 a month. So if you bought 400 times 3 is 1,200. So we're at over 60% of the company making zero profit. Not even any. The majority of them have likely lost money. So no profit for over 60% of the company at this point. That's not good. They're acting as though this is a great opportunity for someone to send your children to private school. Better yet, stay home, be able to quit your job. Let's talk about the people that could potentially stay home. What's the percentage? Let's say that 50,000 a year and up. A year, 50K, which is still low, especially in places like Austin, where I live, Austin, Texas. That is 2.2% of the entire company. So 97.8% could not stay home with the money that they bring in. Only 2% bring home 50K or more a year. And over 70%, I can, even with the next one, which is $1,000 to $2,500 a year, if you break that up into months, it shows how bad that is. So let's do 2,500 divided by 12. That's $208 a month. Can you send your kid to private school on that? So I find it ridiculous for them to use these examples that just aren't plausible with what the company shows us. What she's saying is not true.
Can you imagine how different our world would be if we actually were all about women's empowerment and if we actually cheered each other on that way and supported women fully?
Yeah, it would be great because there wouldn't be MLMs. Those are not for women. Those are intended for women to think one way, but really just give their money to more men at the top of the company.
And what they're doing, rather than being afraid of pyramid schemes. Oh, and now that we're on that subject, let me just be the first one to tell you, if you've never heard of...
Okay, wait. I think she's going to say that pyramid schemes are illegal. I haven't watched this, okay? But I think she's going to say that they're illegal. I bet she is.
This before? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Corporate America is the most pyramid there ever was.
Wait. So you are a pyramid scheme. I'm trying to make the math. Math isn't mathing. Wait, let me math it. The math isn't mathing, babe. The math isn't mathing. So I sit here and I come to you and I tell you, corporate's the biggest pyramid scheme. So wait, are you just saying you're like a little bit less of a pyramid scheme than corporate? You have to look at the way the money flows. Like, pyramid scheme isn't just about the shape. It's about how the money flows in it. The money flows up in MLMs, and in corporate it flows down because the people at the bottom are getting paid for their work. That's not how it is in MLMs. Coach Stacy thought she really did something. I really thought that she was going to tell us that pyramid schemes are illegal, but no, she went ahead and said that corporate's a bigger pyramid scheme than what they are. So she did admit to being a pyramid scheme, I think. What do you think?
Let that sink in, friends. Just think about what I'm saying. What it all looks like. How does the structure of corporate America look, and how do people get paid? It's the original. So if you think you've never been paid by a pyramid scheme, go ahead and ask yourself if you've ever worked for corporate America. And then maybe you can go back to all your friends who are out there trying to create a better life for them.
Stacy, ask yourself. Why don't you ask yourself? Stacy, I'm going to have you just use your brain for a second. Ready? Turn it on. Ask yourself, do people below you get paid hourly for their work? Do you get paid for your work? No. You don't get paid to reach out to people, to post to people, to run Zooms, anything. You get paid on commission of yours, sales, and others below you. People in corporate America, which, by the way, I don't think corporate's awesome, but I think it's better than your MLM. People in corporate America actually get paid for when they work. Yeah, you can shut your brain off now. I get it. But I just thought I'd just, maybe try to make some connections. The synapses aren't synapping.
Tell them that you're sorry for not supporting them and ask them how that you can support them moving forward, because it's time for a change.
Stacy's gonna change the world with that. Okay, enough about Stacy. Let's move on to Alex Glasgow. Alex is a bit longer, and you know when someone finishes something that actually sucked, but they sit there and they go, I nailed it. You know what I mean? Like they think they freaking brought it home, but they didn't. Yeah, that's what this is. Buckle up.
I just got off of an incredible Zoom with one of my dear friends' moms who has just joined our program. And it inspired me so much tonight that I had to come live and share this. Here's the deal. You can doubt me. You can second guess me. You can think that my posts are full of bullshit. But the proof is in every iota of every connection that I get to be a part of. And I will not stop. Tonight, I got to celebrate a woman who, for the first time, and she thought maybe a year, maybe two, in a week and a half of being on this program, was able to walk through Costco holding onto a cart, and she used to have to be in a wheelchair.
A week and a half she can walk through Costco after being in a wheelchair. You're driving up a lane of medical misinformation that I wouldn't want to be in, hun. This could be real bad for you. Let's see.
Guys, what I am offering here is not a joke. This is true life transformation. And I have had people question what it is that I'm doing. I have had people think that I am full of it. I have had people come for me and think that this is just another thing or MLM.
Why are you saying MLM with like air quotes? Because like it is one. They like to act like it's not. They don't. Like people like her won't say that it's not one because they know it is, but they like to act like it's not one by like air quoting MLM. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Or whatever crap people want to think it is, but my heart is exploding. Because when you get on a phone call and someone is in tears because finally, for the first time in almost a year or two, she couldn't remember if it was a year or 2 years, but she knew it had at least been a year. Finally, for the first time in almost a year or two, she couldn't remember if it was a year or 2 years, but she knew it had at least been a year that she's had to use a wheelchair because of arthritis, because of pain in her back, because of a messed up knee, was actually able to walk in a week and a half? Keep questioning.
I will. My first question, what? You're telling me that your Optavia 5-in-1 or 4, 3, and 2 or 8 and 1,000 or whatever, you're telling me that cured her arthritis enough to where she could walk? Are you telling me that you deprived her enough of calories that she lost weight, therefore helping her walk better? You know that if you eat less than your maintenance of calories, you're going to lose weight. Sometimes it's harder for people depending on the disease that they struggle with or whatever, but like you do. That's right. However, your calorie count is so low that toddlers eat it. Why don't we talk about all the people Optavia has hurt? Do you want to share their story? No. You don't want to share their story. You couldn't. There's too many. There are dozens of videos, by the way, out there on Optavia and why it's so bad. And if you're sitting here like JulieJo, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. Like, why are you hating on it so much? Go watch videos. I mean, there's plenty of reasons. Plenty. Anyway, let's keep going.
Or be a part of something that is this incredible, that is this life-changing. What I am offering people is the opportunity to actually change their entire life. I'm not making this up. I was in tears with her. We had chills. She's like, I'm just so grateful. I was so skeptical and I didn't know what I was doing, but let me tell you, I cannot believe the energy I have. And she has no thyroid. By the way, she's also down 3.5 pounds as I spit. That's how passionate I am about this. And multiple inches in a week and a half. So I come live tonight telling you, if you are looking for a solution in your health, if you are looking for something that gives purpose and desire and drive and future forward, I have it for you. I'm not making this up.
No one thinks you're making it up. We just think that you're lying. We don't think you made up this lie. We just think that you were taught this lie. It's pretty straightforward. And Optavia's numbers are compared to what they used to be. So where is this angry passion coming from? Did someone hurt your feelings? Are your numbers not right? There's more to this than you just being passionate. You're also angry. But she also says that Optavia helps you walk again in a week and a half. Essentially, that's what she's saying. I don't think that's how that works. Anyone? Anyone think that's how that works? I don't.
The passion that I have inside of me, the ability to actually give people true life transformation, who wouldn't want to offer that to other people? What we get to do as coaches is offer that to somebody, a solution, a way out of the dark and deep holes that people have found themselves in.
Are you a dietitian? No. Okay. Are you a nutritionist in any sense of the word? No. Do you have any education other than Optavia in nutrition and body? No. Okay. Stop calling yourself a coach. Stop acting as though you do. You know nothing except what Optavia has told you. That's one of the most annoying things that I come across is people in MLMs acting like they are something that they're not. Like with Monat's quote unquote PhD program, throw up everywhere. You know what I mean? But like also saying like, I'm a coach, I'm changing lives. No, it's like what Beachbody/Body did. They act like they're personal trainers and fitness gurus. It's like, no, you're not. You're not. You don't have proper education to even act like you are. It's interesting to me to watch this unfold and her to act as though she's something that she's not. It's frustrating too, because it's just one big lie.
That's what I get to do. So I'm celebrating this tonight and I am challenging you. If you are on this live, if you watch this live later and you're like, I think Alex is full of crap. Okay, come for me. I will be here next week, next year, and 5 years from now. Because this is true life freedom, transformation, and future for people. And if you want something more in your health or your life, or your future, I have it for you. Because this is what I get to do every single day. And you can't tell me it isn't rewarding. And you can't tell me that I get to rest my head every night knowing that this is what I get to be a part of. And this is what I get to do. And this is why I show up boldly every single day. I had to share that tonight.
Thank you, Alex with an I. The cringe was cringy. We're not done. We still have one more. I want to hear your thoughts on the other two, and then we'll watch this one, and I want to hear which one you thought was the most cringy. I mean, number one's still really cringe, but, you know, Coach Slimeeeee D. But Alex with an I, there's something about it that just makes you watch it and go, ooh, ooh, you know? So let's watch this last one and see what our thoughts are on it. Leave your comments below.
Hey, I wanted to pop on here really quick and talk to you about something that I see often when I talk to people that are looking forward getting healthy. So something that I actually see often is people not eating. You would think that what I hear often is I don't eat at all throughout the day, or I only eat one meal, or I forget to eat. I don't know why I'm unhealthy. I don't know why I'm overweight. I don't know why I'm so exhausted. And here's what I know is that when you eat throughout the day, you're actually feeding your body, and your metabolism is able to start up. But when we don't eat and we just forget to eat, or it's not an intention and a purpose, and we're lackadaisy in that. Sorry, Mike's driving. We're lackadaisy in that. we forget to eat and our metabolism gets jacked, and then we go into starvation mode.
It's so funny that you say that being a part of Optavia. It's so funny because your plans don't even give people enough calories to properly work. The calories are so low that it's practically kind of the same thing that you're talking about right now. Can someone explain to us why 1,200 calories and less is bad for you? Please explain it in the comments. Maybe she'll come read it.
Something to consider and something to remember is that it's important to fuel your body. And if you haven't started eating, if it's like not something that you do, then
she said, I'm going to quote, if you haven't started eating, like if it's not something that you do, you probably wouldn't be on this earth. You wouldn't be breathing. I'm so confused by this video. What do you mean if you don't eat? What? Yeah, you eat. Like, I understand that there are people that struggle with under eating, but like she's talking about these people as being obese. She said it earlier, overweight, tired, sluggish, blah, blah. And the way that she's talking to people like they don't eat food is just weird to me, especially when she refers to people that she helps as overweight, obese, all of that. Weird.
My advice to you is to eat 5 or 6 small meals throughout the day. Set alarms on your phone.
You mean the 5-in-1 plan? 5 or 6 small meals a day. The 5-in-1 plan. Yeah, the one that is less than 1,200 calories. Mm-hmm.
And eat smaller meals that have a balance of, micro and macronutrients. And that's what I love about our program, is that it actually sets you up for success on building a solid foundation and not just building your habits on sinking sand that are not achievable long term.
You're telling me that under 1,200 calories a day is achievable long term? No, it's not. I'm not a dietitian, but I have one, and I know that that's not good. That is not good.
And so eating 6 times a day, drinking water along with your meals is going to hydrate you, and it's going to help you feel more alive and more active. It's going to help your skin. It's going to help your metabolism as well. And then eat one meal that has...
Yeah, we know that water is good for you. She's like trying to use... It's like when people, like I said, in Optavia and Beachbody and stuff like that, when they act like they're coaches and they're educators, when they're not, they don't have the education. They go on and they say things that are like obviously true. Like drinking water is good for your skin. I mean, yes, like we know that. That's true. But she's just saying stuff that the majority of people already know, so that she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. I'm like, you can find that on Pinterest, on like a little Pinterest thing. People like her just say stuff that they know is true, that they just heard randomly from somewhere, maybe Instagram, TikTok, whatever, when they don't need an education for, right? So that they can act like they are educated in it. Come on now.
More vegetables and protein and a healthy fat in there, so that your body is starting to trust you, and it's learning that you actually are going to feed it. And that's something that's really important, is building trust back up with your body. And oftentimes we don't do that. We lose trust with our body, and we lose trust with ourselves on actually creating the habits that we want long term. And so if you are somebody that does not eat throughout the day, then plan 5 or 6 small meals throughout the day.
You're telling someone who apparently doesn't eat throughout the day to start adding 5 or 6 small meals throughout the day? They're going from 0 to 5 or 6? You don't know what you're talking about. A dietitian should be working with them, okay? I automatically think these people aren't dietitians, so if she is, I can guarantee you mine probably wouldn't agree with that. I feel like you need to start smaller, like maybe like start with 1, and then by a certain time you need to have a second one, right? Like if they are someone who chronically doesn't eat throughout the day, then you shouldn't be helping them, first off. Second, someone who knows their stuff probably wouldn't put them on 6. That's so wild.
A couple of hard-boiled eggs, handful of almonds, an apple with like some almond butter or something, vegetables, Those are just little things that you can pack, you can take to work, you can snack on.
I counted about 1,000 calories in the five-ish meals that she said. That's if each of them are 200. 1,000 calories.
And it's going to keep your body going throughout the day. Hope that helps.
Thank you for your unsolicited advice that doesn't really help, except water. Water is good. Drink water. But we shouldn't listen to these people. And that's why a lot of us do what we do, because what they do is, I mean, first off, ethically wrong, morally wrong. They spread a lot of medical misinformation. They spread a lot of deception, lies about what this could be for you. They say that it's an opportunity. We know that it's not, therefore we're here to educate about that. And they also talk about stuff as if they know what they're talking about when they don't. She's speaking like she's educated in this. She's not. Her education, Optavia. And I wouldn't say that's a great education. So anyway, there's MLM cringe for you. Like the video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. What was your least favorite? What was the most cringy? I'll put it that way. And why do you support anti-MLM? What is it about anti-MLM that you support? I'm just curious. I know that's like an added question, but I would like to hear it. I want to know in particular, why. And maybe people who are pro MLM will go through and read. They'll go through and read your replies and, let's keep it respectful, but I think it makes a difference when they get out of the bubble that they're in, which is multi-level marketing companies. Because a lot of people who are from Optavia and who aren't from Optavia will watch this video. MLMers watch these videos. They do. I was one of those who watched videos that weren't about my company, but I was like, oh yeah, money sucks, So that's why I think it's important to remind people, why are you anti-MLM? I'd love to hear it. Thank you for being here. If you watched all the way to the end and you didn't comment beforehand, or you can add this to your comment, leave the poop emoji, because that's how I feel about Optavia. I feel like it's appropriate. You know how they're like, drop a 1 below. Well, drop a poop below. Anyway, thanks for being here. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time. Don't join an MLM, as my best friend would say. Bye.
Show you what I'm all about. Make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about yours.